As a new mom, you are allowed to ignore everything that is going on around you. You are allowed to overlook even when the house is messy. You are allowed to overlook even when things are not even going on right. You are allowed to just ignore and just pretend as if you don't see most of those things. It's not a crime. It's not. As a new mom, you are allowed to be lazy. Do you know what they call laziness? That kind of lazy that when you wake up in the morning, you will just tell yourself, you know what, let me go back to bed. You are allowed to heap the clothes. You are allowed to ignore the clothes. You are allowed to not cook. You are allowed to not wash clothes. In fact, you are allowed for everywhere to be messy. You are allowed because it's not easy to give birth to a child. Some had multiple babies. Apart from giving birth to a child, you nurtured the child even before meeting the child in your womb. You were clean with what you were eating. You were clean with everything you put in your mouth. Why? Just because you want your baby to be okay. Because you don't want anything to happen to your baby. Let me tell you about myself. It took me 8 good months to get my spark back. It took me 8 good months to do my first intensive cleaning in the house. Apart from the one my husband does, you know men, they'll tell you they've cleaned, but you know that those hidden places, something needs to touch it. It took me 8 good months to be happy. It took me 8 good months not to be sad, not to wake up in the morning and I just feel sad. Not because I am not happy with the bundle of joy God has given to me, but you just feel sad because why? You find yourself being too lazy to even lift off a finger. You're lazy, you're tired. Why? Because you breastfed all night, because your baby just wants to make sure that the nipple is in their mouth all night. You make sure everybody is okay mentally, but you yourself, you're not okay. It took me 8 months to get my spark back. I bet you're doing an amazing job. Don't allow anybody look at you as if you're not trying. Don't allow anybody badmouth you and call you lazy. If they call you lazy, embrace it. Claim it. Claim it, because it's not easy. And I wish you all the best. I wish you guys all the best. Do what your power can reach. Because if anything should happen to you tomorrow, even those that loves you will definitely, they will move on because they cannot even follow you inside the casket. So you're allowed to be lazy. If it can take me 8 good months in my second experience, what about those that is their first baby? You're allowed to be lazy. You're allowed to be messy. You're allowed to be anything you want to be. You're allowed to even wake up in the morning and just don't want to do anything. Just lay on the bed. You're allowed. It took me 8 months to be me, to be myself. So, take care, guys.